Hello everyone, Gifford here. It's time to talk about Tesla stock. It's had a rapid rise and I've had 55 shares, however I've sold some of that now and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So before we get into it, here's just an article why Tesla stock did actually go up, and that is because the rally that's come from the Musk and Trump alliance is now that Donald Trump has become the president. So now that Tesla stock has shot up such a quick way, why am I actually selling? And this is because this article here, Tesla releases Q3 2024 results and it misses on the revenue but jumps up in margin. Now to me this wasn't very good, and it shows that the growth is just gone a little bit stagnant, and I'll go over my analysis in a minute, but this was one of the main reasons why. So to me, Tesla is a growth stock, therefore I've got to treat it like that. I do have some long-term shares, but if the stock price is going to go up significantly, then I will be selling some of that, and I'll go over the reason why I'm actually selling some of that and what I'm going to be using the money for, or what the money is actually going to do. But here you can see that I bought my 55 shares over time, so some of it is long shares, but in my hedge portfolio you can see that I've got 10 shares here and the average is just under $180, and the current share price, as it shows here, is $350 US, so that's almost 100% gains. I'm expecting that to pull back at some stage. In my other accounts, the price is around about $200, like 205 is where I was buying. So over at Ticker Terminal we can see here, we just bring this out a little bit, in 2021 you can see the stock price fluctuate all the way through. Now one of the things that happened with me with Tesla stock and also my investing is that I actually lost a lot of money while I sold. I bought some here in the early years and sold near the top. What actually happened was that I put a lot of money into my Interactive Brokers account and I did lose a bit of money there, so I'll show you that in a minute. But what ended up happening is that I did have to sell a lot of my Tesla shares to cover that, to make sure that I didn't blow up my account. And once I saved my account, I then started trading a different way, and then I started to accumulate Tesla stock after this round. So it was around about $200, but then it jumped up to about $280, and I ended up buying up in these dips here, and it was quite good that it did come down a bit here, and I decided to average down and ended up with 55 shares, and as you can see, it's skyrocketed up. So without getting too much into it, because I want this to be a short video, we can see here that the quarterly revenue, if we go over the revenue, that it is sort of stayed steady and across there for a number of quarters. It hasn't really projected into big growth. And having a look at the year-on-year revenue growth, we can see that it has actually stagnated and it's not this nice ramp that we used to get. So they're my main concerns with Tesla stock. And if we go over here, is the big one is the PE ratio. Now I like to buy Tesla at around about 35 to 50 PE ratio, and we can see that it is significantly higher after this run up. So the price of the shares is not keeping up with the earnings that it has. And I know they've got some products that are coming up, but right now a lot of their money is through the automotive business, and I don't see that increasing just because of the current headwinds that is right now with EV vehicles. Now Trump has gotten in, so we may see a change in that, but I think right now is a good opportunity to sell Tesla because I think its share price has gotten ahead of itself. So having a look at this metric here, the total enterprise value over the revenue, what I like to do is like to buy it on a low. So that means that I'm paying for the business, its enterprise value, along with its revenue, and the lower the price the better. So as long as it goes up, this is not a good time for me to buy, but as soon as it comes down into 3 and 4, this is a fantastic time for me to buy. And you can see at the moment that it's almost gone up to 10 times, so this is definitely an indicator for me that I should be selling. And you can see here that the price got absolutely insane at the 18 mark, and I was actually selling as soon as it was getting in here. Tesla, its share price goes up and down, and I think there's just opportunities to buy back in later. If it doesn't, well, then I'm okay with that as well, as long as I take my profits. So why am I okay to take profits in Tesla? Well, that's because here in another video, you can see the thumbnail there if you want to watch that one. I had some losing positions, and I'm happy to take profits because I have lost some money previously before. You can see here in AMC, I ended up losing. These are unrealized gains, so I can't remember what I ended up losing, but that is minus 4.4k USD. And then Salva stock, the unrealized gains was 8.5k. However, some realized losses here. You can see that my account portfolio back then was at 22,000, and we can see that I ended up losing 54% of that. So that's 11.5k in there, and this is why I need to be taking profits when the trades do come right, because I did get this wrong in this instance and I need to learn from it. So if Tesla stock actually stays above like 400 and it stays there forever and I've lost my shares, I'm not going to get any FOMO. I'm totally happy with that. I've picked the prices that I'm happy with. I think what the price is, I've got some long-term shares, probably about 10 to 15 that I'll just end up holding on to, but otherwise I'm just going to wait for it to either pull back and just sit in the sideline and take my profits. And lastly, it's good to note that I do have other investing strategies, just like with growth stocks, where I buy low and try to sell high and take profits, which I'm totally fine with. I have my dividends account and I haven't been selling any shares in this one. In fact, I have just been buying shares. So to grow those dividends in this portfolio here, you can see it's getting bigger. So if I click here, which is 17.4k now in dividends, it's got a simple return of 13%. And these stocks here pay me dividends every month. So when investing, make sure you follow a strategy that you have come up yourself, understand and learn each week, and really put the work in. That way you have an understanding of what your long-term and short-term plans are going to be, and you're not going to get lost and just start doing erratic or random buy sales here and there, and then not actually understanding what you're going to do with the money. And lastly, this is just to show you the prices that I've been selling Tesla. So I started selling it here at the end of October for 272, and then I did a couple more sales here. The last one was probably last night at $339, and we can see here that's the available amount of money, so about 5-6 grand's worth New Zealand dollars that I've sold. And this here is from my private account, so the cost basis was around about 200, and I sold roughly about 25 shares across the board. So that is a video on what I'm doing with Tesla and why I am selling. Let me know in the comments what you think and if this is a good idea and what you are doing with the stock yourself if you own it. The trading platform I use is Interactive Brokers, Hatch Invest, Stake and Sharesies for individual companies, and I use Invest Now for index funds. If you want to start investing, you can use any of my referral codes down below to start your own investing journey if you are from New Zealand. Feel free to like and follow if you're interested in someone that invests from New Zealand. If you want to follow me elsewhere, feel free to go over to Instagram, follow me there if you want to see some posts every other day. Otherwise, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.